Okay. Welcome, 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 everybody. If you don't know who I am, I'm spiritual coach, life coach, Coco, just someone that just wants to help you out in life. I hope everyone is doing very well. The energy that I'm getting is you guys are fed the fuck up. I'm getting you guys are done with people's antics. You're done with them playing in your face. I heard a woman on TikTok say, well, if everyone's saying it, it must be true. Wrong. It might not be true because you guys believe a lot of false information, do you not? An influencer can go online and tell you guys something right now, how everybody's taking Ozempic. No one's listening to the doctors that are actually like, hey, Ozempic has bad, like, future health. Give me 1 second as well. Let me see. I'll be right back. Oh. Okay. I feel like I don't want to leave these for one, and I feel like it's going to give me a little bit of more protection. Yeah, you guys are fed up, and I'm telling you right now, I think that you should be fed up. There's been an energy trying to play in your face, and with this energy has been somebody who comes off very nice. They have a very good sense of, they come off like they have a very good sense of self, like they are someone who actually believes in like a higher power. What I'm getting is this person's a fraud. And if you're watching this video and you're like, oh my God, like, you've been talking to me, how am I a fraud if I'm here telling you that you're the fraud? And how am I the fraud if I've been telling you this is what's going to lead up to this? I'm the type of person that gives people free will. And whether you'd like to listen to me or not, your behaviors will show exactly where your intentions were going to be. Okay. So I hope you guys find this message well. I'm going to do a small prayer. And I know my prayer and everything doesn't look the same as everybody else's, but I'm telling you right now, the messages are legit and they're here. So let's get started. Heavenly Father, ancestors, spirit guides, and protective angels, thank you so much for waking me up today. I appreciate you from the abundant substance and connection that you bring me. I appreciate you connecting me with the collective. If you can give me the most direct and upfront messages that the collective needs to hear, let them connect with the messages that need to be heard and their ancestors that have a message to relay to them. I am so grateful. I am so full of your love and light. And if you're not called up on this reading, you're not welcome. Amen. So yeah, getting back into the energy. You guys are just fed up, but you're fed up in a way where you're not even willing to go back and forth with these energies. You're not willing to say, hey, I want to see where this goes. You guys aren't doing it for the plot anymore. And that's what I'm getting. And that's what's helping you ascend faster. So what messages need to be conveyed to the collective today? It's also been very breezy, but I've noticed, have you guys also noticed when you stop talking to that person, days got a little brighter? And I don't mean like brighter like on the inside, maybe mentally, but I mean like brighter, like it's gotten brighter outside since you stopped talking to that person. Also, when we got straight into Taurus season, the sun went away. What was that about? Okay. Inner conflict. I think that a lot of you guys feel sad because you're cutting people off and you don't have anybody else. It's just like the circle's getting smaller and smaller. Eventually it's just going to be you and God. It's going to be you and God in the circle, and you're going to have to go back and forth with each other, because I do feel like there is a lot, and I'm getting this in this other person's energy. I'm feeling that the person that you're thinking about, they feel like they have so many self-sabotaging ways, and they have so many like negative mindsets that are deeply rooted within like who they are as a person, that they can't get out of always judging themselves or putting themselves down, or maybe there's like a negative way of how they're thinking. They can't get out of that because I'm telling you right now, it's because they're listening to other people. This message is, again, take what resonates, don't take what doesn't. The person that I'm talking about, they have, and like I said, this energy has been, they've been kind of stalking you guys. This energy shows up in friends, it shows up in lovers, it shows up in potential like work situations. Like there's almost nowhere for you to turn because people are so easily vested in, I don't even know if that's a word, but I think that they're easily vested in like Okay, I won't even say that. I will say that because they're not people who keep up on the routines of things, they come to you and they're like, oh my God, like a person that's gonna be able to understand me, or this person's a little bit different. But then when you show up and you're like, I don't play that shit over here. So go ahead and do that with somebody else who likes the games and, the torment and, like the double-edged swords and, just jokester, trickster energy. And they don't even realize that they're in this energy because the people around them play in their face all day. The people around them hold them at such a high pedestal that like their ego is fragile and it's easily broken. Okay, so this person has, they want to say that they're sorry that they show up this way, but they'll never tell you that because their ego from these other people feeding like their ego and like their actions, these people that are around them don't call them out on their actions. They pretend like if there's like a big situation or a big matter at hand, the people that are around them, they don't address it, or they pretend like it never happens and they just let time pass by. So this person is having to deal with all of the toxic behaviors that they've never had to deal with before. And I want to say to you, collective, yes, you go. Clock it. Because I want to say a round of applause. Okay, you guys are doing what you need to do to get these people out of your life, to show this energy that it does not have control over you. Okay, what else do you want to tell the collective? What's going on in this? I would like to know why this energy, I know why this energy is coming for you. You guys are due for an ascension and also like, an ascension process and a graduation. But my thing is like this, I did get this the other day. There, excuse me. Oh my, I don't know. I don't know. This message, they don't. I have to say it. I have to tell you guys, the reason why life is getting harder, is because the devil's coming for you now. You're done messing with, like, the little small tricks aren't working. Setting you back on your path isn't working. You being able, like, to see right through people, and you having a lack of a love life's not working. You having a lack of friends isn't working. The devil tried to set up these enemies and these demons and I'm not even gonna get into that. This devil tried to set up these demons and these people. They took away your family. They took away your love life. They took away your career. They took away your friends. They tried to take away your mental health, and nothing's working with these lower level demons. The upper level demons, they have other people to worry with, so they can't come focus on you right now. But the fact that you're passing these tests and you're passing these just trials with ease and you're not fazed by it, the devil's coming for you now. I want to get into what that looks like. How can the collective defend themselves from this devil energy? I'm hearing some of you guys, they're going to use the people that you have heart ties still. So this could be your dad, it could be your mom, it could be your grandma, somebody that you really love. My advice is to not get attached to anybody but yourself and the Lord. Okay. I actually want to know, what is the devil's attempts? I have a feeling, have you guys ever seen, I forget what it was. I forget what movie it was. It was Sabrina the Teenage Witch, and Lucifer wanted Sabrina to commit crime, and then she was like, no, I won't do your bidding. I won't do it. And then she kept having crazy dreams and all this shit. And then she was like, fine, what do you want? What do you want me to do? Like, you want me to do your bidding, and I signed it, so what do I do now? And he just wanted her to steal a piece of gum to show that she's not pure. It's going to be something simple like that. It's going to be, you're going to think that this energy is going to come in and, like just wreak havoc in your world, right? I have a feeling that this energy, this double energy, is going to try to sleep with you and be like, see, she does sleep with people that, you know, she feels that she's not completely fit for. 10 10 when I said that. See, she isn't as, or she or he isn't as up to date in their routines, like, you know, like they should be. It's going to be certain things that you guys wouldn't really like think that could be negative or viewed negatively, but it is a setback if you are trying to create routine for yourself and consistency for yourself. So that's a new normal for yourself, because that's a new normal for yourself. So I have a feeling that this energy is going to do something like send somebody super attractive your way, send somebody that's going to be like, you know, your vibe, send someone towards you that, you know, usually, you know, they might send an ex back. The ex might say that, you know, they got their shit together. They might send an old friend back and be like, hey, and just want to catch up on your life. There's going to be so many tries just to get you out of alignment, just to prove a point. And my advice to you, don't go to these invitations. Like, if you're going to go somewhere, don't go with somebody that you don't know. Don't go by yourself, because you're walking into everybody looking against you. Like, if you're not someone that cares, and again, it's going to be super specific, because I am somebody, I go into places knowing that I'm going to look different, I'm going to show up different, people aren't going to probably perceive me in the same light. But like, if I'm not feeling it, I'm out of there. I'm like, no, I really wasn't feeling this, you know. So I feel like I have the understanding and the discernment to really be like, this isn't the place for me, so let me just, you know, shake. For most people, you're going to think that this is going to be like an exciting thing for you because you're trying something new. And then when you get there, it might be like, nobody's your vibe, no one's talking to you, everybody's acting a little weird. That's your cue to leave, baby. There's no need for you to stay around in a place that you're not needed and people aren't paying attention to you. Those are not your people, and they're most likely plotting on you. So I'm going to give you guys some tangible advice, because, you know, I could talk all day. You guys like to see the results. I feel it, but you're going to understand me one day. You're going to listen to me one day without me needing the cards. Okay. What is this devilish energy planning to do? Because if they got shit on, my thing is, I'm going to read this energy, because there's no way that the devil is doing work and bad and negative entities are doing work and they know what we're doing, and I can't see the hell what they're doing. Yeah. You guys can see what I'm doing. You're asking people. You guys got social media. You guys have a phone. Now you guys have like these black screens that we can record on to watch into our life. Yeah, let me go ahead and see. You didn't see that coming. 1313. Let me see what you guys are planning to do. What is this dark forces planning to do? Ooh, they're trying to put you in a situation where you're giving more to somebody. Ooh. They are trying to put you in this, because this came out reverse, but you know how I do. I don't read my cards reverse. This person's going to send in somebody. This is the last card. This person's going to send in someone that looks like they're a king, but then they're going to need help from you. And they're hoping that you pay this person attention because they need help. And then with this Knight of Wands, it's almost like every time you help this person, you're giving them better and better ideas. Like, you're showing them how you operate. It's like you're showing them how you operate. And when doing that, they're figuring out the codes to what they can do better to manipulate you. So my advice is, stop listening to these people. If they have something going on, being like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. These people are trying to, actually not even, these entities are trying to figure out how you are so strong, so put together, so unbothered. And the more they figure that out, they're going to start mimicking that. I'm not joking. They're going to start mimicking how you act. But the thing is, you're coming from a place of being genuine and trying to be like, hey, this is what my boundaries are. This is how I show up as a person. This is how I show up for myself. And this is how I show up for others. But because it's so deeply embedded in you, because you've been through situations where you had to lose friends or you had to lose, like your family members, spirit has taken you away from anything that could hinder you and give you any setbacks. So you're not deeply attached to it, but this person's trying to figure out what you're deeply attached to. And fuck around and be like Leland Townsend. If you guys don't know who that is the devil worshiper that was in this series called Evil, and he killed Lucifer. He killed the devil himself, and he took all the devil's power. And there was a most high, there was a higher being than the devil that, whatever. But he decided to get an exorcism because he wanted to have the church pretty much do his bidding. So he would have to get into the church and then tell the church what exorcisms to do and which ones not to do, so that he can be the person that dictates, people's innocence. And they ended up doing an exorcism on this man, and it worked. So it's like, if they want to get this close to you and they want to be in this energy and being next to the Most High or the child of the Most High, okay, do you guys know what my name means? My name means God's gift of light. Okay. That is what my name means. So God did not create me in the idea of thinking that my light is ever going to be dimmed. I'm literally here to bring the light. Why would you think that my light would be able to be dimmed if I'm literally here to bring the light? I create the light. I am the conductor for the light and the imagination and the creation. So I don't really get it, but this energy is going to come in with somebody who is a master manipulator of emotions, and they're going to try to see how much you reciprocate and give. I'm sorry, because I told you in the last reading that I was hoping that you guys could live a happy life, but it didn't really seem like the next person that was coming into your life was heaven sent. Because when somebody's heaven sent, it's they have a gleam in their eye. They have they shine from the inside, and it's not something that is based off of routine and self-care. It's literally they just glow, and you just know. And so yeah, this person's going to come in and they're going to do a whole bunch of manipulative tricks. They're going to try to see how equally you can reciprocate so they can go off and go create things and go tell what they've learned. I don't know what it is to other people. Let me get some more information and then I'm gonna get off here because I was supposed to go suntanning. How will the collector know who this person is? Oh shit. They are the Page of Pentacles. So they're going to be somebody that's super creative. They're probably going to be pretty attractive. It seems like they're going to be pretty athletic and slender as well. They're going to be someone that looks very well put together, but you'll know because of how you'll figure out where their money's at. I'm just going to be honest. Figure out where their money's at. Figure out how much money they have to spend, what kind of dates they're taking you on, if they only want to do dates. And I'm sorry for this is y'all. So also for males, if the girl only wants to go on dates where she only wants to spend money and she only wants to spend your bag and she's only asking about your job, vice versa women, if he's only taking you out on picnics where he's bringing shit from outside his house, that's good. I'm not saying that men can't be themselves and women can't be themselves, but there's a line and there's a limit to it. If you can't afford dates, you should not be trying to date. If you can't afford women, you shouldn't be out here dating. If you can't afford, knowing that this new person in your life is going to take up some time and it's going to require some time and some patience and some effort. And I don't mean the type of patience and effort where it's over time, 2, 3, 4 years. It means that if you guys are starting to hang out and you want to spend more time with this person after a couple months, what do you have lined up for them that's going to make their life better? And if they don't have these answers, and you guys, like I said, I'm not going to share the answers because I don't know. Anyways, or I'm not going to share the questions, but if you know that this person, it's not just about triggering you, it's about how they handle your triggers. Because if you're telling them, hey, you're triggering me and you're doing this, and they're not necessarily caring, or they don't have the capacity to handle your triggers because they're also triggered, wouldn't you guys think that that's not the right person for you? Especially if they don't know how to talk to you. Like for me, for instance, someone was talking to me and I got the like 100%. I understood where they were coming from, but because I didn't feed into their ego and I wasn't like, oh my God, well, I'm so sorry. I took accountability for how I showed up multiple times, and I changed my behavior literally every single time. It wasn't like, oh, I forgot how to talk to you. It was like, oh, just not right now. And I'm not gonna lie, some of the things that I was doing is because I was highly annoyed that like this person felt so comfortable in my energy, but then when I had an issue, they felt uncomfortable. That was weird. So you're gonna know this person because they're gonna not want to talk about their money. They're not gonna want to talk about their accomplishments. It's almost like you're finding a humble person, and you're wondering, like, you're like, wow, this is such a humble person. No, they're getting more information from you. They are figuring out, and I hate that I'm this way and I have to tell you guys what the truth is. I wish it was a fairy tale story, but now is not the time to be thinking that people are your friends. Now is not the time to be thinking that people want to be around you because you're such a great person. They don't know anything about you. They saw you first before they felt your energy. And if they felt your energy before, that's even more alarming, because what do you mean you felt my energy before? Are you an energy transmuter? Are you an energy translator? What are you? What's going on? So I'm gonna finish this tea and I'm gonna give you guys some advice, but you'll know this person because they're going through a lot of new ideas in their life, new money in their life, new transition in their life. They're very hopeful, but they don't have any concrete like foundation or finishings to kind of offer you. And you'll know by the type of conversation that you have. It's almost like they can keep up with the conversation, but they have nothing to add to the conversation. Okay. 222 while I'm saying that. What else can I know? What else would I want to know? What are your actions going to be when you meet this person? I'm going to tell you right now. I don't think none of you guys are going to go for it. And especially for the people who watch my video, because I keep being told like I'm ahead of my time, you guys are going to find this video when you find it. Okay. It's not going to be on a Tuesday, on a Wednesday. A lot of these events where I'm posting these videos are not going to show up into history for hundreds and hundreds of years. These videos might be lost in 150 years. Who knows if we're still going to have electricity and this type of like internet thing happening like this in 150 years. But hopefully you guys get it in this lifetime. Okay. What is the collective? What is the collective's this decision going to be? How are they going to act? What is going to be their end result with this person? Okay. Another card, please. Please flip the cards over. Okay, you guys, I will go and I will give you guys some advice. I have to answer this phone call.